Good morning. Imagine when 10 years from now, when we walk into a traditional market to buy, for example, tofu or wet noodle, and we can only find tofu made in China or wet noodle made in Malaysia. As we walk around the market, we cannot find any regular foods that are made by our local industries. There are two possible conditions, in my humble opinion. First, there become fewer local industries that produce regular foods such as tofu and wet noodle. Second, most food manufacturing owners shift their business to be merchandisers instead of being manufacturers. In other words, we will become importers, not producers. So this paper discusses how clustering can be a starting solution to increase competitiveness among food manufacturing industry, especially in small-scale ones. As a start, we started from west part of Jakarta, a district in the capital city which population is very dense, a district where we can find small food manufacturing firms spread all over the area. My name is Oki Sunardi from the Department of Industrial Engineering, Krida Wacana Christian University, Jakarta. And I'm presenting on behalf of my two other colleagues, Mr. Sulistiandi and Mr. Marpau. A small-scale industry competitiveness can be reflected by several indicators. The ability of the industry to create and produce high-quality products, the capacity of the industry to export high-quality products, and the responsiveness of the enterprises to sustain in the global economy. The government data shows that manufacturing plays a very significant role in GDP in Indonesia. In manufacturing itself, food and beverage industry plays a very significant role by 6.5% and mostly contributed by medium and large enterprises. The Indonesian government have identified that the lack of competitiveness for the small-scale industry in Indonesia is shown by its slow growth rate, only 4.68% in 2019 compared to 5.02% in 2018. Further, the industry is also operationally inefficient, shown by high cost, low margin. The lack of competitiveness can be affected by several conditions: inappropriate location, lack of government supports, low quality of human resources, and minimum strategic partnership. In this paper, we would like to start with a narrower scope, location planning in western part of Jakarta. So the research question derived for the study is how to rearrange the clusters of food industry in West Jakarta area to improve their efficiency. For the purpose of the study, 5 criteria were analyzed using fuzzy AHP. For the study, 3 informants were involved as experts. The experts consist of a government official who has the experience and knowledge in small industry, an industrial consultant who used to dealing with regional planning and development, and a higher education expert in research related to the industry, economic development, and regional development. The assessment of each criterion was carried out by experts. The criteria involved are land availability, facilities and infrastructure, suppliers, labor, and market. Data processing is conducted using Microsoft Excel solver. For data analysis, we develop a simplex LP formulation as follows. From the results of optimization using the solver menu on Microsoft Excel, the overall performance score has increased from before clustering. The overall performance score before clustering was 99,901, and after clustering, the overall performance score was 100,171. For visualization, we present the cluster map in the following picture. In conclusion, the utilization of fuzzy AHP has helped us to rearrange the clustering position among small food manufacturers. Some criteria that should be considered in order while developing cluster area: market access, labor availability, facilities and infrastructure, land availability, and the availability of suppliers. Another conclusion that can be derived from this study is that Taman Sari subdistrict is not qualified as a food manufacturing area due to the minimal availability of land and the high density of housing. For further study, it is better to involve business owner in this clustering process. Though the information could be subjective, the experience of business owner would be valuable in developing further criteria needed in the clustering process. Another suggestion is that we need to involve broader area of Jakarta, because other area might possess better characteristics in regards with the current criteria. Thank you for listening, and thank you for the committee. Though we are now experiencing global pandemic issue, we wish you all good health and keep writing and doing research.